What's going on, folks? It's January 3rd and another Stobe the Hobo begins. This time it's going to be your two favorite deadbeats from an earlier episode. So this is Dunsmuir, and that's Wingman. This is the Colonel's freight crew.
What's up?
And for this time we've also got a third edition, at least for until she disappears. That's Sarah down there. Whatever, I don't know if she's interested in being on camera, but she's on there. So anyway, folks, our plan for this episode of Stobe the Hobo is basically ride, you know, it's cold here, it's like freezing and all that in the woods. I'm gonna try to get down to where it's warmer. The plan is to go from here into Nevada, Salt Lake City, and finally Las Vegas, hopefully in the midwinter months. Anyway, we got a lot of territory to cover. This actually may be 2 episodes. So at this point we're waiting for the next train going south. I think we're not wasted enough to get on a train going north by mistake yet.
We're in Dunsmuir right now. We got a nice camp set up. Spent the night. Had a fire going. Got the river nearby to clean off. It's one of the best hobo spots, I think, in North America here. But what we're looking for is we're hoping for the 1-a-day southbound to be on time. It's starting to cut it a little close.
It is Sunday, so it's always like a
That's right.
can
So
change things.
there could be the chance that there's not going to be the southbound, the regular one today.
So the next stop going south is going to be Roseville, California, which is pretty much just by Sacramento. Just what the doctor ordered. There's no rides yet.
I think he's going through the yard. He's already
Here's
past
the end of the
yard.
here's the end of the train, and there's no fucking rides on this thing.
I think he must be going into the yard because he would have stopped by now.
I don't know how many trains there are a day on this line, but this is not a good sign. No rides at all, and he didn't stop. So, as a 7-year veteran of trains, still amateur hour out here. Here's the ass end. Absolutely zero rides on this thing, but maybe one of the boxcars is open on the other side? I don't know. They're fucking full!
They're full?
Get up there. Not a bad ride. Sawdust. I think it's here. Finally taken off. Dunsmuir. Pretty much totally out of sight underneath this black covering. Looks like it's time to get started. What is it, 10? Yeah. It's noon somewhere, you know?
What was a disaster has just been averted to one of the best rides
Ever.
possible.
Yeah. This is nice. We're totally out of, completely out of sight. This black covering, like, very difficult to see in here. And obviously this is pretty comfortable sawdust. Very fragrant. One of the few rides where you'll get off smelling better than when you get on. Not a terribly long train. and almost no rides. If these were empty, game over. Mount Shasta, it's covered in this fog or whatever, but that's it. This is the Rainbow Bridge, as it's known with the hobo crowd. Entrance of the yard.
Okay, so we're coming into the Davis yard here. We're coming in from the east, going west, and if you look off to your left over here, that's Dry Creek. And right in there is where there's one of the hobo catch spots. People like to hang out who are riding trains, and that's where a young college student's body was found a couple years ago.
Yeah, right in here. It's not dry, but I guess it's Dry Creek. We're not dry either up in here. How much is left in that thing? Yeah, not much.
Not a whole lot.
This yard is monstrous. Look at this. Look at all these tracks in here. I don't know if the camera can tell. You really need an IMAX screen. There's just tracks all the way to the horizon. We're determining that going over the pass, Donner Pass, we're gonna try to get in these middle engines right here. It's freezing up there right now. Well, we're getting on this thing. Everything we need for the trip. 5 minutes after getting on. Speedometer is indicating departure. As soon as we get out of here, I'm going to extinguish these overhead lights and sit in the crew seats. 10 minutes later, finally leaving the yard. Next stop, Reno. Going through Colfax. There's a surprising dearth of snow. None here in January. So a good thing this wasn't intended as a ski trip. Just gotta say, this Coors stuff is awful. All that commercial is garbage for Coors original beer. Or freaking crap. What a barf. Tastes like club soda with beer concentrate, which is what Coors actually uses in their beer. They send 8 cars of beer concentrate and put club soda in it. And that's exactly what this tastes like. Can fit here. There's our. We're getting a hotel room, but it's like 4, so it just doesn't make sense. So we're tough. We're big boys. Gonna wait till check-in time here. It does seem appropriate that they'd have a train yard right next to the casino. It's not unheard of to come in here in a nice car and need to leave in a much cheaper form of transportation. So this is where we camped last night by the train tracks. Now we're going to try to find a hotel because no longer is broke as we've been in some of the other episodes. We've got enough for a hotel. John is going to see if our budget can possibly permit staying at this place. You can see this is not a joke Motel 6, this is the Nugget. What are we looking at? Did you actually get a room in this place?
Did. It's 47 bucks.
47 bucks.
And we got the top,
47 bucks.
we got the top floor on the south
place.
side.
It's right by the train yard. What happened with the Reno economy where the 25th floor is only 32 bucks plus tax and all that. So it is January and it is a Monday, so that's a good time to roll in
25th floor.
to the Nugget in Sparks.
It's
Going
pretty-
up.
Yeah, so we got, this is plate number 3 here.
Actually, the swordfish is pretty good. I recommend it.
That's good. Here in the Calumet Casino. It's one of the older style casinos, kind of has that gold rush feel. Look at the exterior. Well, greetings from Reno, Nevada, here on January 5th. And I'm standing here, right directly above the trench that was built about 10 years ago to divert freight trains. Freight trains used to come in, they'd come right through town, right here. There was a crossing here. It was about 10 years ago. They put it down here, which is obviously super lame if you're into trains because they're hidden. So this trench right here definitely makes it more difficult to access the train. But I guess the fortunate thing is there's been a lot less guys running out of the casino broke and jumping under the wheels. Anyway, we've kind of, checked out most of the casinos. It's hard to pull the camera out, honestly. And I think Vegas is going to be like the big fish in this whole thing because I'm just not that motivated to spend a lot of money in these places. They're that interesting. It's cold, off season, pretty deserted, honestly. So we're gonna head back to the hotel, and in a couple days we'll be in Vegas. So we'll see how that compares to Reno. So anyway, this pretty much sums up Reno. What we've seen here is we've got the Nugget Casino right by the tracks, which is one of the more reasonable lodgings here. It's what is it, 48 bucks with tax. So total cost. View of this nice train yard, and obviously it's an excellent location, not only for guys like us who prefer to be on trains, but also if you happen to have some kind of worse luck than you're planning here at the tables, you got a very cheap way to get home from here as well. Again, just still by the Nugget Casino waiting. We've been here about 6 hours now. So judging by, the 5 to 6 trains a day going east, something should be showing up fairly soon.
Well, here we are waiting for an eastbound. Bound to show up pretty soon. Who knows when?
But this train pulling in at 10 p.m., but it appears this worker is switching the train into the yard. I don't think this is going to help her. Right, I mean, here's the Nugget. There's our fire. And then here, still just I'm thinking this train ain't going where it's going nowhere but the yard for right now. Any rides on this train that just pulled in?
Yeah, the one ride is the one you saw. The rest of this here, we've got auto racks for about 20. And then it looked like there probably was some more grainers beyond that, but I saw no reason to walk down there right now. It's on the 3rd track over. So we got at least a little bit of time. There's a worker up here, he's cutting something off.
It's going to be here at least 2 hours, so it's hard to leave this on January 6th. There's some guy driving over here. We're off the property. It's a crew van.
No, it's just a fucking crew van.
Chill out. They're cutting cars.
He's gonna do a little loop.
There's some definite ridiculousness going on. because of that fire. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know if he's looking for us or what. Is that the bull? This is...
Get over here.
Am I... Is this dumb? What is going on here?
Look at this. They're scoping it out.
That hag in the van. Oh my goodness. That is a... Well, I'm gonna apologize to Reno. I can't believe this.
That's...
Folks, America is turning into a just... I don't want to get mad. I'm sad that a hag in a van would think that there's a danger from this. Unbelievable. What's going on? Train is stopped here. Sparks Yard. Got the hotel parking lot right here. There's an easy road where a bull could show up. That's why we're glad it's 3 in the morning, because this is just not where you want to be in the daytime. And they're definitely doing some work. Banging cars around a couple tracks over. That's our old room. They gave it to someone else. I think that one with the light on. Coming up to the split where we're either going to go to Salt Lake or Ogden. We're definitely hoping for Ogden because that means the train will go over the Great Salt Lake, not around it, right through the middle. Yeah, basically this is the only way to actually go across the Salt Lake. They actually built kind of a rock causeway, they call it. It actually goes through the middle of the lake. Yeah, any salty dog of the rails will definitely have taken a ride across the Great Salt Lake. Here's Wells, Nevada. Not much going on here. Major length train. 1.5 miles long. We started to see a lot of that salt going on, all this little piles of stuff here. Pretty much sodium chloride, as far as I know, out here on these flats before the Salt Lake. It's pretty dried up, a lot of it. I think as we get further in, we're going to see some water. Starting to see water.